I am your captive, of that I'm certain, but not whether you pine for me, beautiful Estella. I must find out if she favors Leonardo. I know that the Prince Ludovico is dying for the love of you. He is rich, noble, royal in fact. And although love pays no heed to distinctions such as these, I cannot possibly prevail against him.
I find the prince tiresome, arrogant, pretentious. I can't even stand to hear his name.
Oh, ingrate! My love is clearly more deserving.
So many pretty words. You confess your love, then?
I do confess it.
So then you betrayed her.
It is true that I loved her, but know this, I did not offend her honor.
You are so fickle, Don Juan. Is it possible that you could forget her without having enjoyed her?
Only your beauty is the cause of that.
My beauty? Oh, that is a pretty excuse. If you must always love the next beautiful woman, you will only ever trade one for another.
Listen, please.
I will show off my wit.
What of Don Juan?
I don't like him. Nothing could persuade me to love him. Don Leonardo, I love only you.
That will drive me to desperation.
For Stella to know of this, I must be mad.
Speak, Don Juan, speak.
Hear me out, Estella. Like one who sees the morning star gild the horizon before the light of dawn, and cannot but love its shining glow, only to call it dim when he sees how the beauty of the sun rises so bright and pure to illuminate the sky. So it was for me. I worshipped in Leonor the lovely fire of a star. I was a moth to her flame. But once I glimpsed in you the shining likeness of the sun, I saw my previous love was but shadows and flickering light. Leonor is a fading star, and you a resplendent sun.
I know well that Don Juan has a claim on your affection.
I'd be lying if I denied it. And yet it was. Hear me out.
Speak.
Allow me to explain. As one who in a shady forest or garden comes upon a pure, fragrant, lovely field of flowers, of every possible color, and is drawn by the beauty of the rose, only then to find a more delicate jasmine, and so must leave the rose behind. So it was for me. I saw Don Juan a handsome rose, and out of gratitude accepted him as my suitor. Then, Don Leonardo, at the sight of you, all my senses drawn to you, I chose what I found most beautiful. For though I may esteem the rose, I find in you the jasmine a more fragrant delight.
So Leonor was just a twinkling star, announcing the sun to come.
That's right.
This is tearing me apart. Listen.
I'm all ears.
The wandering traveler treasures the pure light of the morning star in the darkness of the night. It alone lights the path and offers him hope. And even when the sun's rays finally do reach him, he remains grateful to the star, that beacon in the storm. Leonor was the star that led you through the dark night of your love. She was your guide. And you, ingrate that you are, soon forgot the spark of its beautiful light long before you'd ever fallen for my radiance. Had you not forsaken the star long before you'd ever seen the sun?
That's a strange metaphor, Estella, to compare a rose to Don Juan's courage and gallantry.
Not so.
But listen. He wasn't wise who, among the flowers, preferred the jasmine to the rose. Its perfume does not last once it starts to wither. The rose maintains a strong, sweet smell, fragrant to the very end, so that even in death one may call it beautiful. The rose is, indeed, the better flower. The jasmine is not as fine. Presented with rose and jasmine, you welcome the brief splendor of the jasmine, its fragrant snow, which the spring wind will blow away. But then, Once you see the coveted rose, its proud, beautiful grace, you'll surely prefer it to my love. The jasmine is but a lowly flower. The rose is full of fragrance.
A nice bit of sophistry.
Forgive me. I must say what I feel. Go. Go on back to Spain. An honorable man should not deign to deceive such a noble woman.
My love for you redoubles my feelings of disdain. I've forgotten her, yet this is the reward I get.
Then lose all hope, Don Juan. I only wanted to see you in order that I might disabuse you.
You make such easy wordplay of my pain, Don Leonardo. And yet, I'll remain firm in my affection. Nothing will stop me from loving you.
Whether a jasmine or a rose, I will merit fortune's crown.
Farewell. Dawn is breaking, clear and radiant.
Stay, for your eyes rival the sun.
More flattery. Look for me later. And farewell.
I am blind without your light.
How could Estella respond like that? How could she be so disdainful? My heart pounds as though it would leave the prison of my breast. My battling desires will cost me my very life. Foolish thoughts afflict my soul, lost in doubt and chaos. Leonor is to blame. What should I do now, ungrateful Estella?
Though you may now offend, ungrateful Estella, my ploys will win you in the end, if love will not do the trick.
But why do I falter? Where is my courage, my strength? I will love the Countess Estella. I will stand firm against all others. I'll treasure her denials as my greatest favors. Estella's fury and anger, her hatred, her loathing, her tepid reception, her brutal rejection, all conspire against me. Let my life end here amid all this pain. I'll hazard my life and a torment so brief. Bold and daring and firm in my purpose, I'll stand up to her fickleness.